be the player that, you know, of course I want to play, and, you know, and one of those things you have to do is, you know, you have to be able to be coachable. I take pride on being that kind of person, and, you know, just doing anything to help the team out to win games. And, you know, even if that's having to sit on the bench and cheer my teammates on, you know, I'll do that. I think all throughout my, you know, since I've been playing basketball, you know, I've been an unselfish guy. You know, I pass up on a lot of shots. You know, I'm the one that, you know, if a guy's playing well, you know, coach tries to put me in, I'll tell him to, you know, leave him in there, sit me out. So, you know, I'm one of those guys I'm all for the team, and, you know, because my ultimate goal is to win a championship. And, you know, like I said, if that's me not playing as much or whatever, you know, I'm for that, because, you know, on championship teams you have to make sacrifices. I think the way the game is now is, you know, it's not mostly offense, and I think having, you know, a dad like mine, you know, has really helped me out with that, you know, getting me better and, you know, really helping me on things to do like that. And even with Coach Kirk, you know, our practices, you know, are all geared towards, you know, they're defensive stuff too, but, you know, I mean, he really likes offense. So my dad was a great player, but I think he really, you know, he got his shots, but, you know, he really also prided himself on, you know, wanting to be a good teammate. And like I said, he knew what it really meant to, you know, even though they didn't win, to make it to the, you know, NBA finals. And, you know, and just like he's always kind of tried to, you know, even in life, just try and reflect that you just need to be somebody that's gonna, you know, work really hard. It's really helped me out as a person and as a basketball player. Anytime, you know, I had questions about, you know, basketball or life, you know, he would always, you know, look back to something that he was told from a coach or maybe even another player, and, you know, and he would share that with me or my brothers. And I think that really, like I look up to my dad a lot, you know, as a basketball player. You know, you want to play, and, you know, everybody, I'm not gonna lie, everybody, everywhere I go, they kind of hold me up to the standards, like, because they know who my brother is and they know who my dad is, and, you know, they kind of expect me to be up to their level. You know, like I said, these teammates, they don't care about any of that, and I think that's the good thing about this team right here. You know, they don't care about any of that, you know, who your dad is or who your outside. So, you know, they think it's cool, but I mean, they like what I can bring to the table, and, you know, and that's why I think, you know, we've had so much success, because, you know, we are all for one another, and it really shows on the court. I just need to go out there and do what I can, and that'll be good enough. It should be good enough for the coaches. I definitely had these conversations mostly with my brother, because, you know, all three of us were held to the same, you know, to the same that, you know, every time there was a paper written about us, or, you know, they would always mention our dad, and the things that they would say was just, you know, yeah, we had a NBA dad, but the only thing you can do is go out there and just be yourself. Because when you try and be something you're not, that's when things get bad. And so they really just kept getting in my head, just, you know, play your game, you know, work as hard as you can, and don't worry about any of that outside noise. Like I said, on some teams you're gonna have a lot of selfish guys, and I think especially at the junior college level, you know, because everybody wants to get out and go somewhere. And so for me, you know, it's good that, you know, I'm not the one, you know, taking terrible shots every time I get the ball, or I'm not, you know, turning the ball over a lot, and, you know, I'm just staying myself and, you know, being a positive teammate and making sure everyone's, you know, gonna do their job and get the best shot possible. When I came here, you know, Coach Kirk really made me focus on rebounding and just making the extra plays and being tough, and, you know, kind of being one of the vocal leaders. And, you know, I made that adjustment, and I would say, I could adapt very well, just like my dad. I wanted a team that everybody, like, we didn't have issues, you know, because I think when you start having issues on a team, that's when things get really bad. That's when guys start playing for themselves, and even like on this level, when that happens a lot, that's when your team does bad and guys don't get anywhere. And so I think the biggest thing was I wanted to make sure I could come to a team where, guys liked each other. You know, they had a winning attitude, and you know, Coach Kirk is a guy I would love to play for my whole career if I could, and because I respect him. You know, he's a great coach. He's a great person. Like I said, he's really honest, and that's what I like, because you know, when you're messing up, or you know, because he wants to see everybody succeed, and you know, like I said, when he tells you something, he tells you because he cares. Like I said, I really pride myself about this stuff, and I think, you know, the grit and the, you know, the toughness and all that, it takes care of everything else, because you know, when you want something hard enough, you know, like I said, I'm for the team, and you know, if I don't play a lot, you know, the game before, you know, I'm gonna go in the gym or next practice, you know, and I'm gonna work on what I need to work on. So I do get that opportunity, because I really want to play, and so I will work on that stuff.